Everybody wants to play offense, but you're getting it done on the defensive side of the ball. When did you become committed, and why is that so much fun to play defense?
I mean, I think defense is something that not everyone wants to do because it's dirty. Like, you're falling a lot, you're getting hit a lot. But that's something I love to do. I'm really thankful that I enjoy that. Sometimes those things don't go up in the stat sheet, so people don't think it's important. But I've fallen in love with making people's life hard. And that's something I really enjoy doing. So it's just fun for me to do, and it takes just effort and energy. So I'm very, very thankful that's something I love doing.
When you become a great defender like yourself, is it more energy and effort? Is it more scout work, like you're watching a lot of film to learn tendencies? How would you find that balance?
I think in the raw sense, it's energy, effort, like you have like athletic capabilities, but then to become a smart defender, then it's that scout, then it's that film, then it's watching games over and over and over again. You're like, hey, well, she can't go left. Or she likes to do this exact move. When she goes this direction, she's going to do this. And that's when it starts getting really fun for me, because I start realizing I go on synergy, and you start seeing where people's percentages are, and you're like, okay, she's this percent from this short corner, so you don't let her go here. Or once she gets middle, like she's 80% from here, so we're not going to let her go middle. So those are the aspects of defense that I think it's not talked about a lot, and I think the really great defenders separate themselves in that way by learning the game intellectually and not just on the court.
So you're a film junkie.
I love film, yes.
No way. How many hours of film would you say you watch a week?
I can't answer that because it goes into my study hall hours. I'll be like in study hall and then huddle. But I just love watching basketball.
Wow. Is there a player that you grew up watching and idolizing that maybe you try to model your game after?
I mean, growing up, I just liked watching. In my AAU program, Blair Watson, who played at Maryland, she played there. I liked watching her play offensively. But defensively, I kind of came into my own, and that's just been an identity I've had, and I've loved being able to say, like, that's mine for as long as I can remember.
You're also, in this day and age of college basketball, a rare player who's been at Georgetown their whole career. You're taking now 5th year at Georgetown. What made you want to stay?
Yeah, half a decade. Like, that is disgusting. No, it has been a blessing to be able to be somewhere where I'm valued, and I value the school equally, because it's so easy to, say I graduated, I have a degree from one of the top institutions in the country and leave, but what Coach Haney, the coaching staff, has done for me, I don't want to go somewhere else. Like, you have a coaching staff that trusts you, and I trust them, and that's kind of rare in college basketball nowadays. So being with a team that loves me and respects me, being with a program that loves and respects me, being with an institution that loves and respects me, and I feel the same equally to them, was somewhere I knew I just couldn't give that up.
Where would you say the biggest area of growth has been for you basketball-wise?
On the offensive end, I think I'm very fast, and sometimes that shows when I'm playing. So kind of taking the game in slowly. Like, I know physically I can get to where I want to be, so just slowing the game down intentionally, getting to my spots, making the right decisions, putting my teammates in the best positions possible. So understanding that, like understanding how can I set this screen perfectly for somebody else? How can I get right to the Big East and hit a pocket pass like perfectly? Is it Ajax who wants it in the air, or is it, Chet who wants it as a bounce pass? So slowing the game down while I'm playing it has been a really fun exploration for me over the past couple of years, and I'm excited to see how I put it all together this year.
I'd imagine you're also excited because your team is coming off one of the best years in program history in recent memory.
Yeah.
What can we expect from the Hoyas this year?
I mean, really the same. Coach Haney is very consistent, so what we were doing in June is what we were doing in January, and that's how our newcomers were able to buy in so quickly, because his expectations didn't change, just the intensity amplified. So we are refining our skill, we're working harder, we're doing things with more detail, we're doing it with more intensity. He's on us because he knows how good we can be, and we know what it takes to win. And we were so close to the tournament last year that we know that those small moments that we may have not seen as important are really the dictating factors. So understanding that every moment is important, and taking every single possession, every single sprint to the baseline, every single screen cut as the game-winning screen or cut.
How would you describe playing in a conference like the Big East?
It's fantastic. In my recruiting, I saw the Big East as a conference that could come in and make an impact. It's fast. It's electrifying. You have players who are top in the country. You have underrated players in this conference. And, it's any single night, any team can come out and have their best game or have their worst game. You don't know who's going to come up on top. And every single team's different. You play, 3 games in 5 days, and you trash that scout right after you finish because you can't play Creighton the same way you play St. John's. And it's so intellectually stimulating to play in the Big East with teams that are so well coached as well.
You've made multiple references to being intellectually stimulating and whatnot. Look, you gotta be smart to go to Georgetown, obviously. How do you balance having to go to an academic institution that you have to go to class and you have to get good grades, and you're also playing basketball at the highest level?
I think approaching it as a blessing is the first thing because not everyone gets the opportunity. And knowing that at some point the ball is going to stop bouncing, like I'm going to play after I finish college, but at some point like I'm going to stop. And I need to have a degree that, you know, gets me places I want to be. And why would I be somewhere like Georgetown and then throw it away? You know, why would I have the capabilities of being able to put an orange ball in a circle and then get a free education from one of the top institutions people are paying insane amounts of money for free and not do it to the best of my capabilities? So, you know, it's hard work. It's hard, no doubt, but it's something not everyone gets a chance to do. And there are people out there who would do a lot of things for my opportunity and to sit in a seat that I'm sitting in right now.
What's one game you are most looking forward to playing this season?
Oh man.
Circle it on the calendar. Let's go.
I love playing. I don't know. I don't have a game. I just like going out there.
Not
and
like the UConns or the Creightons or.
I mean, that's a different experience. I mean, I think maybe Creighton because last year we beat them in the tournament, but we dropped the ball on them in the regular season. And that was a winnable game for us. So probably going out there because that is probably one of the more scout-driven, really understanding, you know, sets, playing being smart type of games. And I think that'll be a test for us and, like, you know, 5 freshmen we have. Like, can you kind of wrap your head around that type of system? So that's a game I do like to play because it is so different and there's not too many teams like Creighton.